Welcome to Auction version 4, the latest event management software tool from Auction Systems. This video is an explanation of the entry assignments activity in the event prep task. To get to the event prep area, click the event prep button on the main home task ribbon. Entries are the basic unit or units of attendance to your event. For more information about entries, see the tutorial number 404 in the settings playlist called Tickets and Entries. To assign multiple entries to multiple people in batch, click the Entry Assignment button. In order to make changes to many name records all at once, if you have a license for Network Edition of Auction, you must click the Shared Access button and switch to Exclusive Access. If your license is for a single user, you may skip this step. On the left is a list of entries, and depending on which button you pick on the left, this list will show already assigned entries, entries that haven't been assigned yet, or both. Filter this list even further by adding refinements in the Refine window. When looking at an entry that has been assigned, you can see the name of the person using the entry. On the right side is a list of people, and this list could be people who are marked as attending in their attendance panel and have already been assigned an entry, and or people who are attending who have not yet been assigned an entry. It can also include people who are currently marked as unknown or regrets in their attendance panel. And of course, this list can also be filtered in the refinement window. When looking at a list of people that already have an entry, you will be able to see who purchased that entry. In this screenshot, there are a series of gray buttons along the ribbon at the right. These buttons will become enabled depending on what choices you make for both of these lists below. To assign an entry that is currently unassigned from this screen, first choose to see Unassigned Entries on the left and further refine if needed. On the right, see Attending without an entry or you might want to also pick Unknown and further refine that list if necessary. Click on the person that needs an entry on the right and then select an entry on the left that has been purchased by or donated by the appropriate person. And, by the way, if the guest on the right is using a donated entry because they will be a guest of your committee or organization and they're using an entry that was donated by the purchaser, pick the unassigned entry on the left that has a check mark in the donated column. Once the person on the right is picked and the entry on the left is picked, click the Assign Entry button and both the purchaser's record and the user's record will be updated. Another task that can be accomplished from the Assign Entry area is to deassign or remove an entry. Show assigned entries on the left and refine if needed. Show attendees on the right and refine there too if needed. To simply remove an entry, pick the person on the right and click Remove Entry. The person's attendance panel in their name entry form will be updated to show they no longer have an entry, and the purchaser's ticket purchase panel in that person's name entry form will also be updated to show there is an unused entry. To deassign an entry, start from the entry side on the left. Pick the entry you wish to deassign and then click Deassign Entry. The entry will be removed from that person's attendance panel and the purchaser's ticket purchase panel will also be updated to show that they have an unused entry. The last choice you can make in the entry assignment task is to donate entries. Perhaps a sponsor or guest has purchased more entries than they and their guests can use. They are able to donate these entries back to your organization to assign to people who your organization would like to attend as a guest of your organization, rather than a guest of the original purchaser. To mark an entry as donated, first choose to see only unassigned entries. If this list is still rather large and you don't want to scroll through them, use the refinement filter to just see entries purchased by a specific household or company. Select the entry by clicking it so that it is highlighted, and then click Set as Donation. This will mark this entry in the purchaser's name entry form as having been donated and will put a check mark in this box on this screen. Thank you for joining us.